A large proportion of Republicans say it would be appropriate for President Donald Trump and his administration to ignore subpoenas by House committees after special counsel Robert Mueller delivers his final report, according to a poll. The Democracy Fund Voter Study Group, a group of researchers examining American voter opinion, polled 6,779 people in January on their views of the Mueller investigation into Russian interference in American politics. One strand of the sprawling investigation is suspicions of collusion between Trump's 2016 campaign and agents of the Kremlin to undermine the presidential election in favor of the Republican candidate. Trump denies any collusion occurred amid unconfirmed reports that Mueller is nearing the conclusion of his investigation. The Democratic-controlled House is preparing to use the special counsel's final report as a foundation stone for multiple committee investigations into the president, his family, his allies and his finances. Those committees wield subpoena powers. According to the Washington Post, the White House legal team is preparing to use the president's executive privilege to fend off the House when Mueller delivers his report and resist attempts to subpoena documents and witnesses from the administration. The new poll found that 40% of Republican voters believe ignoring a subpoena would be appropriate, while 37% of the party's supporters believed it would be inappropriate. By comparison, 80% of Democratic voters polled said ignoring a subpoena would be inappropriate. Just 11% of Democrats thought it would be appropriate. Of independents, 49% said inappropriate and 19% appropriate, the Democracy Fund Voter Study Group poll found. If the Mueller report does act as a roadmap for future investigations, these partisan divides may prove consequential, wrote the authors of the report, Robert Griffin and Joe Goldman. Indeed, if congressional oversight is the mechanism by which new evidence is produced, ambivalence among Republican voters on this issue may make it easier for President Trump and his allies to resist the investigation. The poll also found that support among voters for Mueller and his investigation is holding up over time. A consistent plurality of Americans remains confident that the investigation is being conducted fairly, 49%, and have a favorable opinion of Robert Mueller, 41%, the report's authors wrote. Interestingly, in the face of intense media coverage and efforts to undermine the investigation, almost a quarter, 23%, of Americans still don't have an opinion of Mueller. More than half of American voters, 52%, think members of the Trump campaign had improper contact with Russia during the 2016 election.